So one of the portions of the test is the multitasking. And there's 4 sections when you're multitasking. In the top left section, you're dealing with remembering characters. So it could be anywhere between 6 to 8 characters of alphabets, and it's completely random. It'll be something as spontaneous or random as B, Z, J, K, I, Z, S. And you'll look at that, and they'll project it for about a good 15 to 20 seconds, and it's going to go away. So once it goes away, it is your responsibility to ingrain that into memory. But wait, there's more. So when they're showing those characters and they go away, there's also your math equations that you're dealing with. It's arithmetic, so addition and subtraction, and it's typically 4 digits from what I've seen on the practice test. So it could be anything such as 304 plus 987, or something like 697 minus 235. So anything like that. It's general, but you're having to deal with that arithmetic math while also dealing with your characters that you're working on memorizing, and that's just half of it. Those are the top 2 portions, and then on the bottom portion we have bottom left, which is a meter. It's just a standard meter. Think of it like an engine meter here on the car. Once the temperature of the engine gets too high, like temperature is too hot, it'll start moving. So it is that style, but there's green in the center, and the red is on the far right along with the far left. So your job is to keep an eye on that meter, because it'll casually move over into the red either way. So once you click on it, it'll automatically reset. So you got those 3. So you have your meter, you have your arithmetic math, and you have your character memorization. And finally, last but not least, you have your radio calls. So in the beginning, at least from the practice test I've noticed, is you're going to have a call sign that they're going to assign you. It could be something as simple as Jasper 21. And you're only going to see that call sign at the very beginning. So you have to engrave that into your memory. So once you have that in, you are going to, like I said, engrave that into memory, and there's going to be constant radio calls going on while you are dealing with the other 3 mini tasks, pretty much. So you got those 4 things, and you're constantly going back and forth, keeping your eyes on the swivel, looking at those 4 things and finding a groove. One of the important things I would definitely note is that when it comes to prioritizing, once you hear your call sign, that should always take priority, because that is a simulation of the ATC, the tower, calling you and telling you to change your frequency on the radio. And that is very crucial information, because communication is key when it comes to navigating and flying in the skies, because it's not just you up there. So that should always take priority on the radio. Additionally, I recommend putting a second emphasis on the top left, but I could be wrong, but this is my recommendation is to put emphasis on that top left, and which is the character memorization, because there's only a limited time of when those characters are going to populate. So once you see them populate up there, zone in into those characters for a very intense focus, 5 to 10 seconds, however long it takes for you to make something make sense out of it. Like I said, the characters are completely random, but the cheat code to that is to make up whatever makes sense in your imagination. And it doesn't necessarily have to make sense, but it needs to stick. So if it's something like CLAVRS, you can make up something in your mind like clever Verasatris, I don't know, or clear Venus water, clear Venus sanctuary, clean vacation sanctuary, and just make it make sense in your mind. So like, okay, that makes no logical sense, however, it's gonna help those letters stick in my mind, because once those letters disappear, there's gonna be one that populates. It could be a letter C, or it could be a letter W, or it could be a letter P. And your job is to say, yes, this is one of the characters that was shown previously within that group that was projected, or hit the X that says, no, this is not one of those characters that was projected in the group previously. So I put emphasis on that because make something make sense, make it make sense in your head, and then you can go ahead and start swiveling around back and forth with the arithmetic and the meter. Now with the meter, it is best to treat it like a heartbeat. So a slow heartbeat. So you just kind of catch a rhythm with it and just glance over it every now and then. Glance over every now and then. Glance over it every now and then. So you just repeat that. And then it just becomes second nature the more you kind of get that repetition in. But once you get that going, the math is something that I recommend you to really just put burst of focus on it as well. So try to knock out as much of the equation as possible. Sometimes you might have to do half of it and then do the other half once you hear a call sign or see new letters populate. And that part can be challenging, but it comes with it. Experience and exposure, and you'll learn how to kind of do the delicate dance of bouncing back and forth to the multitasking. But if all possible, try to knock it out all at once, but sometimes that's not possible. So just the next best gig is to, when you decide to home in to the arithmetic, divide it into 2 sections. So do half of it and then jump back to something else when needed, where it is like a call sign or your characters or clicking on the meter and vice versa. And then once you go back and take care of that character memorization or the radio call sign, changing your station from between 1, 2, 3, or 4, then you go back and finish the second half of your arithmetic. I recommend this because if you can knock it out as soon as possible, you can go back and just check your work. And I say that because there's a time limit for each section, right? And at least from the practice test, you'll see the meters going down. You'll see the meters on each section kind of going down, and that'll give you an idea of how much time you have to answer. The only one that does not have a time meter, well, actually there's 2 that does not have a time meter. Only the top 2 have time meters. The bottom 2 do not. And the call sign, once again, the reason it is a priority is because there is no time limit on it. And in the real world, you want to respond as quick as possible because you're not the only one that's communicating with ATC. So the sooner, the better.